everyone, how are you guys doing today? So I was just sitting here thinking, I'm like, you know what? I have so many questions and theories and thoughts about the remaining 3 episodes of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan. I just wanted to speak with y'all and just, ramble off a little bit about my thoughts. So I'm just going to go character by character, what I think may happen. So I'm going to start with Lulu because he's one of my top faves. I think he will die, honestly, which is sad because I don't want Lulu to die. But he is wanting to get out of the game. And as we all know, in TV and in real life, when people try to make strides to get out the game, they never quite make it. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of lifestyle. You either end up dead or in jail. A few people, a small percentage of people may end up on the up and up, get a legit life, and live happily ever after. But of course, we know that is not common. So I do feel like Lulu would eventually die. Of course, I may shed a thug tear when it happens because I just love Lulu. He's so soft-spoken and strategic. Like him and Marvin are polar opposites in a sense. Marvin is more boisterous. He makes more of an impact, but Lulu is just smooth and subtle. And I really just feel like he's going to die eventually. He may get to the point where he has his, record company up and running, aka Murder Inc. or whatever, insert said drug profited record company in the 1990s. But I do feel like he's going to die. But of course, we know that each character is going to have an ending fate. And I think that may be his fate. Since we were speaking of Marvin, I feel like Marvin would end up in jail for some reason. In the last episode, he discussed, hey, when white people drop, we may get the electric chair. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like he's going to get the electric chair. I'm not even sure if that is even a law in New York State, honestly. But I do feel like his ending fate is prison. And, he will be actually maybe thriving in prison. I'm not sure when, because as we know, LaToya Luckett is going to be introduced as his baby mother. So I do feel like he will be free and be able to have scenes and interact with her, but he may eventually go to jail. We know Marvin is not smart. And he talked previously about him being set up. And it's been kind of questioning, who set him up. Was he really set up or was he just dumb? So it's possible that Rock or someone may have set him up. But I do feel like it's possible that Rock may set him up again just to get him out of her hair because he just be effing up. So, Marvin, he may end up in jail. So speaking of jail, I feel like that may be Unique's fate. I don't want Unique to die. He's one of my favorite characters as well. I mean, damn near everybody is my favorite character, unfortunately, which is weird because that normally doesn't happen. But, I think Rock will be introduced to a new adversary, because typically in Power Universe, especially with the original Power with Ghost and Tommy, they always had a new boss, if you will, new distro or new connect every season. So I feel like Unique is such an impactful character that I don't feel that he should go away in one season. But based on Power News, they are introducing another possible drug dealer who may be actually, an opposite of Rock. So that makes me feel like Unique may phase out, but not possibly. If he goes to jail, I feel like he could still have scenes and make moves while in prison and maybe, handling stuff behind the scenes. So I don't really know, but I don't want Unique to go either. So yeah, I don't know, but I do feel like he may possibly go to jail. And because it's already bubbling that the whole Van Wyck drug operation may be something that his crew is quote unquote, responsible for, even though we know it's Marvin. So I feel like it may be a twist or a way that Unique may take the downfall, because I do feel like Unique is winning the war per se, but I feel like Rock will overall become the winner of the actual war, even though she's kind of down right now. He's underestimating her, and it's going to be to his downfall, I feel. So we have Jukebox, and of course, white girl Nicole, she is dead. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see possibly Jukebox going to her wake, and we know that it's going to be an emotional roller coaster for Juke. We do know, of course, she ends up becoming a crooked cop, but I feel like we're going to kind of see her go through the motions and mourn and, eventually, continue to toughen up. I think for a while she's going to steer away from the drug business, even though she's not really in it, but her family is in it. And she made it a point not to be in something that her father is a part of. So I feel like, that may possibly be the reason why she becomes a cop. And even in the original Power, I don't even remember her really dealing with drugs. She was mainly in, the thievery form of crime, you know what I'm saying, with jewelry stores and whatnot. So I think we're just going to watch her develop and get more savage. Now, Kanan, dumbass, I swear to God, I think, but really pretty much for Kanan, he just loves the game. He just loves the overall hustle and grind and nickel and diming lifestyle. And with that coupling with being a dumbass kid making mistakes, I feel like we're just going to continually to see him with the small-minded drug operations. I mean, we saw, in the original Power that Ghost pretty much eliminated and took Kanan off the board by sending him to jail because he wasn't thinking big enough. He probably didn't want to do it in game. He probably, wanted to stay on the corners as we saw. And the way we was introduced to Dre was one of his underlings, and they were just doing nickel and diamond-ish, and Ghost, of course, was not a part of that. So I feel like Kanan would just continually just become a little nickel and diamond hustler, making dumb ass decisions. And as his older generation either goes to jail or die off, meaning his mom and his cousins, he's going to continue to see himself just be in more ish. He doesn't have people. Well, he will not have people covering up for him. He will also, be able to just make more dumbass decisions, honestly. And speaking of Kanan, I will go into Rock. I really don't know what to say in terms of her fate. As we know, this is also Kanan's, Raising Kanan. This is 50 Cent's / autobiography, Get Rich or Die Trying, the miniseries. So, I feel like we're trying to stay true to Kanan, but of course, Kanan is also a part of 50 Cent's life in terms of inspiration. So I feel like I really didn't know what Rock's future would be since she is such a strong character on the show. But the fact that in the last episode, she was explaining to Symphony her plan and her end game, that point, I felt like, okay, well, she's going to die. Because we know when drug dealers start making plans and revealing themselves, ish go, haywire, what I'm saying? Don't go according to plan. So, that scene that she had with Symphony made me feel like Rock is going to die. I don't know when. I do feel like possibly, in the next couple of seasons, or maybe she would take ill and not, be able to have the business. I don't know. And I'm a little frustrated because I don't understand why she's not on board with other business opportunities, aka Murder Inc., which is, Lulu's new, venture going legit. Like Unique saw that in him, like, hey, I like people having side hustles and dipping and dabbing and other things. So I'm not understanding why Rock is not on board, and this is the early 90s. So, this is probably a couple years or so before the drug-funded record labels became big. You know what I'm saying? So she probably didn't see the vision and didn't have any examples to go off of at that time. So I probably can't blame her too much. But yeah, I definitely feel like Rock need to figure out another stream of income because this is stressing me to F out. I want her to be happy and, be able to, screw Symphony whenever she feels like it and just be stress free. Now, in terms of characters that I don't too much give a F about and that I feel like that's going to die, so woohoo, Pillsbury Doughboy action. I feel like Crown Camacho is going to die because he's pretty much at this point a useless drug dealer. I'm a drug user. I feel like Famous is going to die. He may blow up a little bit because we did mention that he's going to be, I forgot the underground radio station, but it was a kind of a big underground radio station in New York back in the 90s that would feature a certain artist. So I feel like he's going to get some buzz. But with that, people are going to start paying attention to the lyrics. You know, I know the cops are going to start paying attention. The ops are going to start paying attention. Everyone around, you know, the hood is going to start paying attention to these lyrics and, you know, realize like, hey, yeah, he has a lot of information going on. Of course, you know, with rumors and such as that, you know, it's easy to kind of understand how things went, aka, you know, Bucks 20 death. You know, people can pretty much gather, you know, their own hypotheses or what may have occurred. But he was very specific, so I feel like people are going to take it for what it is, the truth. So I feel like he is going to possibly be a casualty of war and just get got. And I feel like his sister, once that happens, or if that happens, I feel like his sister Jessica is going to stop messing with Lulu. I do feel like she loves the drug dealer lifestyle. You know, she just loves the macho man, you know, exterior. But I feel like some type of way she may actually end up pregnant because I know Famous was trying so hard to keep her away from that life. And I feel like with her having a baby, that would forever tie her in that life, even after if, you know, her brother's death, because I feel like that would be a catalyst or a way for her or reason for her to leave that lifestyle and take another path and go straight and just distance herself from this family. Now, I do feel like Rock will need to be careful with this new connect, which is Juliana's cousin, because we know the Colombians, they don't play, they about theirs. And, you know, other races are always skeptical about Black people. You know what I'm saying? They really don't trust us. No one in the game should be trusted, but I know, you know, they don't really F with us like that. So I do feel like he will become her new connect. But we have to tread lightly, okay? Because these MFers do not play with us and they don't play about their money. And it's going to be a problem. And then the fact that Lulu and the Connect's right-hand man kind of have a little bond because his brother works for BMG, which was a big record label at the time. I feel like they're going to make a connection there. And that may cause some, you know, camaraderie and a rift as well, because those type of internal relationships can cause another rift and another angle. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. And I do feel like Gabriel, his day is a number. He better have his fun with his little punta because, yeah, either Rock's going to kill him or Juliana's going to kill him. Either way, Rock will be involved some type of way, whether it's actually pulling the trigger or actually, you know, hitting him. Either, you know, she's going to help dispose of the body or provide, you know, Juliana with an alibi. Something's going to happen where Rock is going to get her hands dirty and get involved. Juliana, I feel like she is going to boss up after this. She might take over the show. Actually, the shop with the bodega that they own. And I feel like she is definitely going to be somebody to keep notice of. And I think her character will continue to get bigger and grow as the series progress. And I feel like if Rock isn't careful, she may, you know, have a little competition on her hands because we saw Juliana. She ain't got, you know, nothing on her face. You know, she has not been getting abused, at least for the past few days, because her husband's been out cheating with his girlfriend. She's talking more. She got a little more confidence. So I feel like, you know, with him dying, it's definitely going to leave her some room for just trying to, you know, boss up, especially with her cousin being the connect. Like, come on, like, yeah, I could see old girl coming up with some furs and some stilettos and, you know, just running shots. So that's going to be interesting. I do hope for the girl power camaraderie between her and Rock, but that also